folks? I'm Tommy NC 2010 live here from Western North Carolina with another awesome episode of Tommy Talks. And everybody's saying, Tommy, why are you standing up? Why are you not sitting down? Well, I want to go back a long time ago when I first started the Tommy NC 2010 channel. This is how it was like back in the day. I used to stand up, really confused, and I didn't have a desk to sit at. I would just stand up all the time. And let's go to, I just want to make sure that we're going live perfectly and just see how we look. And because we just went live, and I'm hoping that everything is perfect. If I had Hamza here, it'd probably be even better because he could manage. Shoot. Okay, we are perfectly live right now, and I love Black Mountain. Okay, so I want to talk about the old days. I want to talk about the good old days back when, when I first started YouTube, and dang it. When you're trying to charge your phone and you want to make sure it doesn't die. Okay, so, by the way, the microphone is right here. This is just a prop, because I thought it'd be cool just to have a prop. Look, it's plugged in even, but it's just a long cord, That's all. The microphone's right here. The Yeti microphone. But, now that's funny. Come on, now that's funny. So I just want to say that for the longest time, I've done Tommy Talks. And, I used to do it like this. And I had to give credit where it's due. Tommy Talks has changed massively over the years to its format where we had thousands of MCs, which I want to say, the parting of ways with some of those MCs, a lot of them got mad at me. And I felt like the show needed to be changed. But I want to say to all the MCs that ever helped me out, I want to say thank you for what you did. For this long and it's been, to say thank you. Thank you for what, if you did provide a service for Tommy Talks and you were an MC back in the day, I do appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody's dedication that everybody provided for Tommy Talks. And everybody here, all my fans and everything, I really do appreciate you. It means the world to me. Like, just everybody that's here. I want to say that inspiration is the most important thing if you are going to build yourself as a YouTuber. My inspiration was to inspire people to be what they want to be honest with you. And, I just wanted to have a message of positivity and to go a direction where I could go, and the friends I've met along the way, the people I've met, is definitely an interesting adventure. Also, just want to tell you something. There has been a retooling of my studio. Hamza did some moving around today in my studio and moved some stuff around, so now things are different. I saw this opportunity to do this. The reason why I'm fighting with myself right now is because I'm trying to get this button on my shirt, button on my collar, and I felt like, I want to say that I appreciate. Jeez, I hate when your shirt won't, when your jacket, the collar of your jacket pops up in the back, and you want to look professional, you want to look nice for your audience, Yes, it is hot in here, folks. This reminds me of like the old days of doing a Tommy Talks, because I did a show like this all the time, in a room yay smaller than this. And outside the door was my parents watching television, just wanting to unwind after the day, and their son would go in there and start screaming his head off about interviewing somebody. And that's where Tommy Talks originally started. And I want to give credit where credit is due. Tommy, where did Tommy Talks come from? It wasn't my idea. I want to state that for the record here. My crew, Alex, Milo, and Drew, were the creators of Tommy Talks. They were the original ones, the masterminds behind. They said, Tommy, you have content and all this stuff. You need to go live. You need to be able to project yourself as an entertainer and interview people, because you're good as a front man, as an entertainer. And and I said, I don't know. The first episode, if you watch the first episode of Tommy Talks, I said to myself, I'm never doing another Tommy Talks ever again. The episode was horrible. I didn't want to do it anymore. Well, after a while, I found myself doing Tommy Talks. And, I told myself, no more Tommy Talks. I'm not going to do it. And eventually, I kind of warmed up that having Tommy Talks as a platform to interview YouTubers. And I would be like, hey, I have a talk show. If you go up to somebody and say, hey, you want to come on a podcast and I'll interview you? They won't really talk to you. But if you say, hey, I have a talk show, you want to come on it? And they're like, you wouldn't believe how many people would chime up and be like, yeah, I would love to come on your talk show. What do I do? Just call me on Skype or call me on Google. Back in the day, oh my gosh. Back in the day, I used to, if you look at some of the old broadcasts, you'll notice that Google Plus, was the page for going live on your channel. And oh God, I tell you what, the one thing is I love OBS. I love OBS so much because it's so clear. My friend Sega Camp Gamer, he goes live from Google also, and he has a show called Sega Talks, which he does on Sundays. I think he does it on Sundays and Mondays. Check him out, the Sega Camp Gamer. A really cool guy there. I just want to say that this is how it originally started. This is how Tommy Talks originally started. Me standing up in front of it wasn't in front of a green screen per se. I would be standing up, I would be holding the microphone, and I would just be talking into the microphone, talking with you guys. And I just gotta tell you, to everybody that's out there that watches the Tommy NC 2010 channel, that watches Tommy Talks, my love goes out to you. Like I really, ever since the day that I started out in my parents' studio, my parents, their computer lab, that's where I started Tommy Talks. That's where the invention for Tommy Talks came, and Tommy NC 2010, just reaching the levels that I am now, it feels like a warm hug every single day, knowing what you guys. Oh my gosh! And I gotta tell you something. Something exciting happened for me today. The guy who played Dr. Cox on Scrubs? Yeah, I tweeted at him, and he responded to me. Now, it wasn't like a personal conversation. It was just like, yeah, that was my favorite episode too. That was my favorite scene too. So it was really cool because I've been trying to respond to celebrities and YouTubers. And a lot of YouTubers kind of don't respond to me. I tweet a lot of people sometimes, trying to talk to them and say hello. And I try DMing people, and a lot of people pushed me away. I don't know why. And they don't want to really talk to me really. So I just try my best to just keep on. And eventually he tweeted me back. And I was really excited because he's a celebrity. And I just try my best to do what I can, and I felt like I should go live here tonight. I gave you guys content already, and I know I gave you the vlog for. I just want to tell you, I'm sorry that there wasn't a lot of content to the vlog. I tried to make as much content as I could, but I just want to say that I appreciate my patrons, I appreciate my fans, and I appreciate the whole entire world. I love doing this. I love doing YouTube, and it's one of the things that makes my heart go thumpity thump. Because I just want to inspire. I just want to entertain. I just want to keep on, and I want to prove people wrong. A lot of people tell me, Tommy, stop making content. You're irrelevant. Go away. You're nothing anymore. Just go away, please. You're annoying us. We don't want your content anymore. And I'm like, I want to prove you wrong. I want to prove the troll wrong. I'm pointing my finger at you, the troll. I'm pointing my finger at you. I want to prove you wrong. And I'm going to keep. It's people like you that make me keep going. So the more negative comments like that will make me keep growing stronger and harder. Yes, that's a joke. People are going to use that against me. But it's going to make me go. It's going to make me go even faster, make more content when I want to make content. And also another thing I want to talk about is, like, if I don't release content in a certain time or week, it's because maybe I may not feel up to it, like, because my energy may not be high enough for me, because I feel like my energy has to be high in order for me to make content. And I'm gonna try my best to. I'm gonna put Tommy Talks back on its regular time zone back in the day. Tommy Talks, before it was kind of sketchy and I kind of wanted to go live when I wanted to, Tommy Talks would go live on Sundays at 9:30 p.m. It had to be at 9:30 p.m. I'd always had to go live at 9:30 p.m. I just don't know what happened. Maybe it's because I got a little bit lazy sometimes. But at the same time, I kept stressing myself out because I had to find me a guest. And I want to say that there's a guy that's been wanting to get on Tommy Talks for a while. His name is That Random Guy. And I've been talking to him on Twitter. I will contact you soon. We will have an interview with you, sir. He's just a much smaller YouTuber. He hasn't threatened me like some other people have. And, I want to explain something about a certain YouTuber that said I wanted him to have on Tommy Talks. I said it eventually, but I checked out his YouTube channel. I wasn't interested in his content, so that's why I didn't have him on Tommy Talks. So that's the main deal about that gentleman that's kind of irrelevant. And, the word irrelevant, I want to say the word irrelevant is really dirty. It's really vicious. It's really disgusting. And, just to say an actor's irrelevant, or a YouTuber's irrelevant. It's really disgusting to think you could say to a person, you're not good enough for the human eyes, so you're irrelevant. It's really sickening to me how people can condemn people to just being who they are. It's just like, you're irrelevant. Just leave me alone. Yeah, technically, kind of this is a Tommy Talks. This is just me talking. This is what Tommy Talks originally was supposed to be. A platform where I can talk and express myself, interview guests, and that kind of stuff. And tonight's just a casual episode where I'm shooting off the heel. I want to tell you something, another update. The Tommy and Moby Lee Awesome Podcast may be getting a new guest, a new host with it also, but we have to figure out the days and time. I haven't talked to Moby Lee. We've made 2 episodes, and the 3rd episode might have a new guy. So I'm going to tell you, who is it? His name is Judd. I used to work with him off a show called The Bait and Sketch Show with my friend Chris. That they both live in Canada. They had a show called The Bait and Sketch Show where they talked about Canadian politics and all sorts of things. And Judd might be joining us soon for that podcast. Also, another news, I might be doing a show. I want to bring more content for my patrons because I've been watching other content creators, other YouTubers that take advantage, not take advantage of the word. The word is they make content for their patrons. They make content for and I want to apologize to all my patrons that I don't put out enough content. That I feel bad for falling behind on my content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a live show just for my patrons, and I'm going to try to grow the Patreon and get more people to come over to the Patreon. And I'm going to talk with I'm not going to say, I don't want to announce who I am doing the podcast with, because I have to keep that under wraps. I have to talk with that person, and that person knows who he is. Yes, he's a he. I'm not going to say who he is or where he lives, but I'm just going to say it's somebody in the direction of something more gritty, something more on the edge of your seat, kind of making it only patron active, so you can see it only on Patreon. So that's what also is going to be coming at some point. I hope. I want to, if I can get this person to agree with me on it, to want to work with me on this podcast, because I haven't gone live from Patreon. I'm only gone live for you guys. And just want to say there will be more Tommy NC 2010 gaming videos on the main channel. I'm going to do, because I recently just put my PlayStation, I'll be doing some more live streams of GTA 5, me blowing stuff up, driving around in GTA 5. I might, Fortnite's popular. I might just, do some Fortnite streams, for the main channel. I did on the Tommy, don't forget about the Tommy NC 2010 gaming channel. There's a lot of content on there, original content from 2016, and some, other broadcasts that I've done. So I hope that you could check it out, and I really do appreciate everybody. And hey, I just let you know I am here on OBS, so if you want to make a donation, you're welcome to. Donations go off. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that just comes here and watches the channel. And this is how I originally started out. This is how Tommy Talks originally started. This is me standing up here and talking to you guys one-on-one. This is how Tommy Talks started. And it's just, that's how it is, folks. That's the name of the game. And to show you, there is the desk right there. There is my play button over there. And just, there's the chair. And so this is where I'm currently right now. So that's where it's set up right now. My hair's kind of poof. I should have worn my fedora. I remember back in the day that I was just getting in the suits and stuff like that. I was just, making my... And if you notice that the thumbnail is a picture of... I want to show you this. I don't know if I've shown this a lot, but... One second. You Hollywood, Tommy NC 2010, You Hollywood, stay positive. I kind of wear that right there to, I do wear it to promote myself whenever I go somewhere, and, I like wearing it. I'm a walking billboard. I'm basically a walking billboard, and I get a lot of people asking me, "Are you running for Congress, sir?" And I'm like, "Are you running for something?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos, inspirational speaker. I'm just trying to do what I can to provide positivity and to do what I can to make videos here on this platform. And I just want to go forward. I want to go forward and just also I got some stuff for 2019, some stuff that I may be working with somebody to bring some sketches back to the channel. I'll be working with a friend of mine. His name is Daniel, not Daniel Tosh. His name is Daniel, and he's a good friend of mine. I made him this past year, and he is. Me and him are talking in the midst of it, but in 2019, There's going to be some maybe changes to the channel. I will keep vlogging. In fact, the funny thing is, my vlogging camera is holding up my web camera right now. That's what my tripod is right now. Like, it's literally just sitting on my vlogging camera. So there'll be more sketches maybe coming to the channel, and some stuff that will be funny, and some stuff that will be action packed. And everybody's been asking me, Tommy, where's Chester? Chester is sleeping. He's sleeping, and he's a roommate of mine, and so he comes out when he wants to come out. He does what he wants to do. And apparently there's a few CXs. I don't know if that's a CX. I do watch Ice Poseidon. I've never met Ice Poseidon. A few of my friends have met Ice Poseidon in the past, and I have been out to California, but that's kind of like I knew about Ice Poseidon, but I was busy meeting some YouTubers while I was out there. And that would have been cool if I had bumped into him while he was doing one of his little streams, one of his awesome streams, one of his interesting streams. And, I'm just happy to have you all here. And, we're just live here from Western North Carolina and just trying to inspire you the best I can and show you that the future is near, and there's gonna be some changes. Excuse me. I should have just rubbed that off, but that's just apparently how cringy I am. I will announce when I do that. Excuse me. But shout out to Vlogging Life, even though he said he doesn't fart anymore. Vlogging Life is a good friend of mine. He's a Canadian friend. He's my Canadian friend lives in Canada, and up to the north. But, I'm just, I appreciate everybody that is here. And, I want to say that I say this to a lot of people. If you want to be a YouTuber, don't do it to make money. Do it to have fun. Do it to push yourself to the limit, to inspire people, to make content that you would want everybody else to see. And that you can write the lines between right and wrong. And that you could set the stage and do videos that will make you laugh and entertain you and just go above and beyond. Because the fact is, I believe in you. I believe in you. And the people that come up to me, and it blows my mind, that say, I watch your videos, I love your videos, Tommy. It is not unmistaken that I appreciate you as a person, as a human being. Because whenever somebody does this to me, or comes up to me and they recognize me, and they're not from my hometown, they're not from my town, it really chokes up my heart. Getting noticed and getting recognized by somebody because they watch my content really makes me choke up, honestly. It's the first time it ever happened to me. I was merely shocked. Now I have fans that live in Florida, and I think they're still in town right now, and they came and visited me again to see me, and it was just an amazing thing to meet them. It was like, just to see them again, like it was, I would do an anniversary show tonight, but I'm not ready to do a show like that. I have to be up here all ready for that, because means I have to get Drew, Alex, and Milo back together, and that means I have to, blow my brains out. They're good people. But sometimes they can be so, no offense to you, Alex, Milo, or Drew, if you're watching this, sometimes you can drive me nuts. No, not you, Alex. or Milo, it's you, Drew. You drive me nuts sometimes. But at some point in the future, we may have an anniversary show of what the original Tommy Talks look like. And it'll be here, live from the new studio, my apartment. And, we'll just... I'm just looking at my comments here. It'll be live here from my apartment, my studio. And we'll just see how it goes. And we'll maybe have some appearances from old MCs. Maybe Sega Camp Gamer might be on. And you can see what was it like and a few other people. And there might be some people that might not be there because those people that I used to work with, I don't associate with those people anymore or talk to them, and they have me blocked on Facebook, and I try to contact them, and they probably won't make an appearance. And you know who I'm talking about. Some of the original trolls and fans that that are on here, that especially the Tommy NC 2010 Reddit page, where they point out the smallest things and they change the titles of my videos so they can make it benefactor to themselves to make me look like a fool. I've had people tell me, I understand. Also, another thing I want to talk about, Discord. I have a Discord. I do not go on it. So if there's anybody on there, on Discord, I do not go on Discord, okay? I don't know why. I've tried using it, but it doesn't work for me. So I just want to tell everybody, I do not use Discord. I use Discord to talk to some YouTubers that use Discord for their YouTube channels. But I just want to say that little nugget right there. And why did I decide to go live? I don't know. I felt like talking about the old days and just going live and talking with you guys and just making an episode of Tommy Talks. Like the old days. Like back in the old days, how I used to make a Tommy Talks. Just shoot off the cuff, put a thumbnail up. Originally, I didn't even put a thumbnail up. I would just let YouTube pick a thumbnail. And I've learned some things through the future about, presenting something. And sometimes I want to go back and, I want to go and make thumbnails for all my other vlogs and, just make them presentable so people would click on them and maybe they would pop up and get views on them. I have a lot of old videos that are on my channel here still. If you want to go watch them, you have to scan all the way down to the very beginning. You have to look at some of my older content, Vader Slasher, just a lot of old stuff. I use skits and stuff like that I used to do on my channel, which in 2019, we're going to try to put that back together and try to make some skits where you'll get, you'll get skits and entertainment. Maybe Hamza might be involved with it also. And just all sorts of awesome content that will come out, And I'm going to keep vlogging. I'm going to keep making videos. And I just want to say that I love you all. I love you all as fans. And I want to say thank you so much for making this year the most awesome year. I mean, I've done so much this past year. And, it makes my heart feel warm. And I want to say thank you to everybody. Everybody that is my fans, my friends. You guys really make my heart warm, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I'll keep this what time is it? It's 7:00. So I'm going to jump off here, and I'm going to say thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed another awesome episode of Tommy Talks. I'm your host, Tommy NC 2010. And as always, I'm keeping you I'm keeping you on the inside fact. I'll catch you a bit later, folks. Remember always to stay positive. Catch you later, folks. And you have a good night. And good night to all of you. Have a good night's rest. Enjoy your Sunday. And I take a bow and good night. Stay positive.